You could say something like, I was angry, and when I'm angry, I'll talk that way about like everyone, including whoever, including people I'm close to. I'm just angry. I'm saying angry things. That's not really what's in my heart. Or, once upon a time, that was in my heart, but I have since seen the light. Or, I was raised a certain way, and sometimes that comes. Whatever it is, let me hear you own that and take responsibility. That's step one. I don't even hear step one there. And that's only key for the stuff he said. Then what about the track record, right? Then you got to earn the job. So I don't like what I just heard, even though I do agree with the principle that even when people make mistakes, that shouldn't disqualify them permanently.
Go ahead, Key.
Disqualifying permanently from what, though?
For example, from making a living. Like cancel culture? Yeah, from making a living. From doing the thing that they are qualified to do.
He can still make a living. Mm-hmm. He can still make a living if you decide. If you choose to hire him, he can still make a living. If you choose that that's what you want in your building, he can still make a living. Ultimately, it's up to the individual person, the organization. If it's the NFL, if it's high school football, if it's college football, they've got to deal with the blowback and the fallout. I don't think society has to deal with that. When you look at what Jon is saying, and everybody deserves a second chance. I screwed up in my life as a kid multiple times, and I got the opportunity to go to USC, make myself right, graduate on time, get drafted into the National Football League, play well, move that into a post-career, marry kids, all of those things. The problem that you have, the apologies and things of that nature is acceptable, but it's also at the same time, everything that went on in those emails was very egregious, disrespectful. And when you start getting into race and disrespect and name calling and all of those sort of things, how do you think people would look at those organizations, or let's assume it's college to make it easy? I wouldn't let my son go play for Jon Gruden and nobody else for that matter that have this type of track record, or my daughter. And when you talk about coaches, you've got to deal with everybody. It's United Nations in the locker room. You're not just dealing with all white. This ain't 1932. You're not dealing with all black. You're dealing with everybody. You're going to have people from all walks of life and communities. He's seen that with the Raiders. When you have people on your team that's part of the LGBT community and you lash out and say those sort of things no matter when they occurred, it becomes hurtful, distrust, all of those things. So it would be very hard for me to see him be able to get another job because of that. Now, people would say, well, wait a minute. Urban Meyer got another job, or Bobby Petrino got another job, or they start looking for coaches that have made mistakes along the way to get jobs. But here's what I would say. Those individuals that made those mistakes, Jay, did not do the things that he's accused of doing.
Right.
There's a big difference. Urban Meyer has never been accused of saying some of the things in those emails. He's been accused of being a bully. He's been accused of hiring a coach that had some issues that he had to fire because his issues was similar to what Jon Gruden's emails alluded to. So you see what I'm saying? Urban Meyer can bounce back and do this and get it, because people going to look at that and go, or when you go to Rick Pitino, Bobby Petrino, theirs was different.
They didn't touch the third rail of American cultural life, and Jon Gruden not only touched it, he danced all over it. Jay, I know you have plenty to say about this. We need to keep talking about this. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.